Hey everyone, Christopher here, and welcome back to another episode of Fossil Forward Finds, and Happy New Year. It is January 1st, 2026. It is early. The cats don't really care what day it is. The cats don't really care what time I went to bed last night. So here we are. Another What's Sold for you. This is from November 16th through the 22nd, so clearly I am still behind. Honest opinion, should I just call it and start over fresh with 2026? Should I keep trying to catch up? Knock out a couple of these a week? Or should I just, do a December summary of some of the best sales of December and then start over in the new year? Let me know what you think. But anyways, for this week, we did do 29 orders for a total of $328.21. It was a bit more of a mix this particular week. Some greeting cards in there, swap cards, teacup. Not highlighting this any further beyond this, but a little teacup from Mom's old collection. One sold for $14. Made it safely as far as I know. Got some POGs in there. All sorts of goodies. Little bear. But yeah, mostly postcards. Let's get into it. Alrighty, as you know, I always have to share the POGs when I sell one, and this one is no exception. This POG is an exception. But we have a lingerie advertising from Hawaii. Little pinup advertising going on here. I think this is technically a milk cap, but people use them as POGs as well. This one sold for the full asking of $6.99 and was listed for about a year. But I don't come across these too often. I come across a lot of Hawaii POGs and milk caps, but not so much on the pinup style. Probably because this was technically a kid's game, but we already talked about all the drug references, so I don't know. So the little Boyd's Bear. This came from my mother's collection prior to her passing. I listed this in September of 2024 as well. So it sat for a little bit, but this one did sell on offer for $12, which, free to me. It's been sitting for a while. It's not one of my usual ephemera items, so very happy to move that along. It's a cute little thing, a little creasing in the tag, but otherwise reasonably good shape. And I presume they put it out for Christmas. Speaking of Christmas, as you know, I was listing a lot of Christmas greeting cards from the Albany albums, trying to get as many of them up before the holidays as possible. I did not get them all up, but I did pretty good. But this one was a nice sale. This one sold for the full asking of $9.99. I typically only list the unused greeting cards unless they're extremely old, vintage, like Valentine's, things like that. Then I'll list them even if they're used. But for these more modern cards, I typically only list the unused ones because I figure people are buying them to be used. Though, you can use them for crafting or whatever you want. But this one came from the St. Bonaventure Indian Mission and School. Let's see, do we have a New Mexico, I suppose? So, but nice little baby Jesus with some lambs. All right, another greeting card. I may have showed this before. I don't know. I used to have 3 of them, but as of I think last week, as in December, the 3rd one sold. This one sold on offer for $5.59, but some of them have sold for the full asking of $6.99. So definitely keep an eye out for this one. Peace on Earth, all the animals, and it's a World Wildlife Fund, so it was probably free, or part of a box set. I don't know. But again, unused. Sold 3 of them, listed in August, so that's not too bad. So I will definitely be keeping an eye out for this one when I go to estate sales. And I think the last non-postcard item for the evening or morning, what year is it? Is this swap card. A very unassuming swap card, which is kind of why I'm sharing it, because it did sell for the full asking of $5.49, and it's just a paisley pattern. Nice little blue here. 10 of diamonds. So, I don't know. Don't be afraid to try different things with the swap cards, postcards, other ephemera. You never know what people will pick up. I was telling my family last night that I sold a postcard earlier last year that just said wet paint. It was a black postcard that just said wet paint, and it sold. Or was it dry paint? Some degree of paintness. But in any case, there's a buyer for everything. It's just a matter of how long you want to wait. All right, this I think was the best sale of the week. I got into a bit of a lighthouse kick there for a little bit. I think I watched some of Popeye's Postcards videos, and he was talking about lighthouses. So I went through all my back stock over there, pulled out every lighthouse that I could find, and got them all listed. Most of them basic cards, but this one was a nice one. Greetings from I'm originally from Massachusetts, but I have never heard of that place. On the Cape, I presume. Oops. But this one went for one bid, $24.99. They did pay ground advantage shipping as well because it is outside the eBay standard envelope price. But you got the one little lighthouse here, and then you got the Baxter house. I don't no idea what that is either, but somewhat postally used. You can't really read the message or anything anymore. But nice little sale there. So I guess put that on your BOLO list. I'm not sure if it's the lighthouse itself or if it's the location in Massachusetts. A lot of people stay away from Massachusetts cards because they're slower, but not this one. All right, this one I have to thank my dad for. I kind of had a feeling when this one sold that it might have been him, and sure enough, it's now hanging in his home office. But this sold for the full asking of $14.99. And it's just a Russian abstract art piece, a little sculpture, I guess, maybe. Blank back, Museum of Modern Art. But, interesting little design. This came from Albany Album A18. So it's listed, let's see. Yeah, it sold within a few days. It didn't sell on auction. He bought it after I switched it to buy it now. But still, pretty quick sale. Gross Ass. So greetings from. These can be ones to look out for. It's something Popeye always tells you to keep an eye out for. This one, so I wrote all this. Hungry Man. I used Google Lens to help with this. And I don't know if that means this is a card from Hungary or if this gentleman in the middle is, in fact, hungry. But in any case, he's got crutches. He's got this crowd watching him. It's a greetings from. I think this is a location in the country of Hungary. I'm tired this morning. But yeah, nice sale. Full asking, $12.99. What do you think? Garak has opinions. I know. We're almost done here, buddy. All right. You may have remember from the Albany Postcard Show videos that I had bought a whole series of these Zeppelin cards, dirigibles, airships, whatever name you want to use, from Germany primarily. This one still on the ground. You can see the crowd. I guess this was minutes before a disaster, so this one must have gone up in flames or crashed or something. Unused on the back. But this one did sell for the full asking of $9.99. I have a whole bunch of others like this, different views, different airships. This may be the first one to have sold. I know some airships can be really good sellers. I haven't come across them yet, but I'm certainly happy with taking $1 and turning it into 10 relatively quickly. I listed this in October. And then last but not least, a more modern card. This is a 2004 National Postcard Week. So these are generally homemade, sometimes even handmade cards by postcard collectors who then send in to other postcard collectors around Postcard Week, which I believe it's either in May or March. It's right in front of me. May. In any case, this one was bought by my German Shepherd and Dalmatian buyer. As you can see, we have nice German Shepherd there on the front. This card was made by Doris Schreib. I actually had two of Doris's daughters, I believe it was, reach out to me on eBay after I started listing some of these cards. They were kind of tickled, I guess, that people found value in their mother's cards, and I guess they actually did some of the designing for their mother. But this one, again, 2004, celebrating the 50th anniversary of the Humane Society. This one sold on offer for $9.74. Went to the West Coast to my doggo collector. So always happy to find more Dalmatians and German Shepherds for her. Alrighty, that was that week. Kind of fumbled through that one, but I hope you found it enjoyable. Let me know, again, what you think I should do, if I should keep on trying to go week by week and just get a couple out each week so we catch up, do a December summary, or just call it quits and start over for the new year. I hope you have a great holiday. I don't know what you're doing for the New Year's Day, but I hope you enjoy it, and we'll catch you in the next video.